All right, so you guys are now out of combat.
I will rush to the door and poke his head out to see how bad it is.
Yeah, you stick your head out, and the streets actually seem like they're starting to clear down. Although you can see that there are several fallen guards that are. Let's see, you're right here at the Blue Parrot, right? And down this street here, to the you kind of look down over here to the left. Let me share the map with you guys again.
Okay.
All right, over towards this way, you can see that there are several troops that are kind of going to the north on this road. But one of these troops falls over from you can see a couple arrows strike him as he goes down onto his knee and then kind of slumps over into the dirt road.
From which direction does the arrows come?
It looks like they're coming from the north.
Okay.
So he was facing north, and the arrows came from north to south, hit him. And there's a couple. You can see that there's a couple banners. You can see that there's more of these upside down red. These symbols on these flags, upside down, kind of painted on the Blue Parrot on a couple other adjacent buildings, and it's actually pretty brightly lit because of all of the other fires that are going on out here. And you can see that the townsfolk of Brindle, they've actually kind of got together and started forming some lines and throwing water onto rooftops from, there's quite a few wells all throughout the entire town of Brindle, so they've just got, a chain of buckets going to, put the fires out.
How goes it outside,
Dire.
Dire? Are we surrounded?
I believe they are to the north, but I feel that they will need us before this night is through.
Come quickly, let's go to the north.
Whoa, Seeker! I try to grab his collar, missing him altogether. He's too fast.
Yeah, you can see that there's dead goblins, there's dead townsfolk, there's dead guards. So it's pretty bad. Several rooftops are on fire. No more music going though.
Any sign of that huge beast we heard lumbering by earlier?
What?
They said there was an ogre or something, right?
Yeah, a huge ogre. Yeah, it was like a 10-foot tall ogre.
Oh God!
And he was traveling from basically west to east. It looks like he came right in through the front gate here.
Now, Dave, I assume we can kind of just turn our head and see the gate. Has it been breached or?
Yeah, the gate has been breached. Yeah, it has. There are several townsfolk there. You don't see any guards per se, but you can see that there are several townsfolk dressed in normal clothes, and they are wielding swords. So it could be townsfolk, it could be off-duty guards, it could be either or. You're not too sure, but you do see several there at the gate itself, and you can see that the gate has been basically taken off of the hinges, like the door here at the Blue Parrot.
Oh.
Sure. No, that would probably be a good idea to do. Yeah, he agrees with you, and he goes and gets one of his wagoneers that was partying back in the Delmonica room with him, and you can see that they run over to the wagon. They start to take a couple of horses, strap them onto the wagons, and this takes about 10 to 15 minutes. And a couple of guards come over to you and ask if you need any assistance here. Do you need any assistance here? We're starting to get things cleaned up here in Brindle. It seems like they took the West Gate. Thank you for helping us. We appreciate it.
Indeed, I did. I unabashedly accepted this praise.
Well, are there any more still in Brindle that you need us to kill?
And so
Is it over?
I'm thinking maybe we should go to the council and see how things stand there.
Are you answering the call of Brindle then? Are you the adventurers that are going to be answering the call?
Well,
I slams his.
we
hammer
thought to speak
across
with
his
him.
shoulder. Aye.
We wanted to find out more information, but since they've already struck, I feel like it's a personal affront to me here in my inn. I want to do something about these things.
Aye, my friends. This has been the second time in the last 3 days. The last time we had several of our townsfolk that were taken. Unfortunately.
Did they take any more captives on this assault? Do you know?
It's too soon to tell, but I think they're still finishing up, cleaning up some of the other attack areas. Now, we did get reports that on the eastern side of the city is fine. It seems like these goblins just hit the western gate. They hit it a couple days ago as well, and it's just that they take us at night when we're really not prepared, and we just don't have a lot of guards anymore. There's just been no need for any guards here in Brindle, but maybe it's time to maybe tighten up the defenses a little bit.
Indeed.
I would think so,
perhaps
yes.
their camp lies to the east, or to the west. It seems funny that they would only attack this gate. Apparently, knowing goblins, they don't have a whole lot of sense for tactics and such. Maybe they're just going to the closest one to them. Well, thank you, Guy. Right, well, that's where we came from, but who knows? Who's to say that that's where these goblins are held up at? I thought we eradicated whatever was in that cave.
You were.
I thought the
you
last
fought
assault
goblins
came
already?
from the north.
Yes, we're well versed in the fighting of these scum.
Is that Urton asking if we fought goblins?
It's the guard, I think.
Oh, sorry. Got distracted. We're good.
Okay. Well, should we head to the council or what then?
Well, let's take a perimeter walk around the block and see if we can't find more of these goblins.
Okay.
And try to help clean up the remainder of the assault.
All right.
Agreed.
You think that's what they're after?
That's a good point.
Curious.
Surely there's somebody leading these goblins. I don't think they have enough sense to plan out diversions and such. We shall see. Right, the bandit lord, exactly.
This is definitely the work of the bandit lord.
Our undying foe strikes again.
Bandit Lord, what's Bandit Lord is this that you speak of? I have not been informed of this Bandit Lord. Are you talking about in the area of Brindle?
Oh, we suppose that this Red Fist, or whatever was the name of him, I don't have my notes. We suppose the leader of these is some great bandit lord, a foe we've been tracking for many days.
Yes.
We don't know who leads them. We're probably going to check in with the council and see if they have any more information and intelligence. Lots of things are unknown at the moment, sir.
Quickly to the Hall of Heroes. We waste time sitting here.
He's got like blood. He's got like blood dripping from his fist. He's like ready.
Of the enthusiasm of the seeker. So I'm going to give you guys a new map. Okay.
Very well.
Now, you guys are here. This is the Blue Parrot Inn. The gate is to the west of you. All right.
Okay.
Everybody can see the map, right?
It's still
It's loading.
It's loading. I can see tokens. That's it.
Okay.
I think I'll go to the lavatory while this loads. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You see a man about a horse? Oh, God.
You guys are outside of the inn, and like I said, here is a. No, that's no problem.
I'm still loading too, so perhaps it is something else.
Just a big map.
No. Say I'll have to.
Oh, it's starting to come.
Yeah, I'll have to kind of tighten the size. And maybe I'll stop doing PNGs for the player maps, and I'll start doing JPEGs. It'll probably cut the size of the file down. Usually, when you cut the size of a file down, it really hurts the quality of the map.
It's starting to load for me now.
I hate.
I think it has. If it's loaded at all, I think that's all he's showing us right now. Is
Yeah,
Okay,
it
that's
is.
it.
A
That's
lot
what
of
it
it
is,
is.
okay.
Yeah, a lot of it is blacked out. So as you're in front of the Blue Parrot Inn,
I got it.
As the road goes to your left, that is where the gate is. You guys are the inn. The Blue Parrot Inn is right in front of you, and you can see the street as it goes from west to east, and as you guys are talking to the guards, as he seems like he's starting to wrap up, you can start to hear shouts out in the distance. Now, these shouts are a lot closer than what you would probably imagine. Well, anyways, a bunch of these townsfolk come running around the corner. And the corner that I'm talking about is this corner here. Let me get out I need another one of these pointers. I love these pointers.
Well, there's more work to do. Let's go.
I keep trying to ping things in here for some reason.
All right, so about right here, people start pouring from around the corner of the Blue Parrot Inn, as it kind of goes around the road to the north. And they're fleeing, and they're looking back and screaming, and you can, one lady stops and just puts her hands over her mouth and just, ah! And then all of a sudden, you can hear one of the guards say, "Ogre! Ogre!"
Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
There's that big ugly brute.
Yeah.
My blood runs cold.
Oh yeah.
I nod to the seeker. And then
I feign harmlessness.
ready to run towards it.
Okay.
The bigger
so,
they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah, so you guys can have one round of movement to move to the west, to the east if you want. And as you guys start to get around the side of the Blue Parrot, they are fleeing the most weird, curious. You're curious, but this is also weird. This is a full-grown ogre pulling a wagon, basically with the yoke and the straps and all that stuff around its waist. And the ogre's holding like this cask that's on fire in one hand and a massive, huge club in the other hand.
Oh
Now,
my God.
on top of this wagon, there are several goblins, and they're screaming for Sinruth and for the Red Hand, and they are on top of this wagon. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys where all of the creatures
Oh
are.
God!
So there you go. That's it.
Yes, full
Ogre's
Sinruth.
huge. Yes, the ogre is huge. So you guys have go ahead and roll initiative.